So in this video we are going to discuss about how to find out the elongation for the previous problem that we solved in the last videos. The basic equation of the deformation or the change in the length will be given by the equation or the formula FL by AE. So force, it is measured in terms of Newton. So length, it is in mm. Area, it is mm square. So Young's modulus, it is always in terms of Newton per mm square. Always it is Newton per mm square. Let us take the datas of the first problem. The first force, it is given as 45 kilonewton, and then that we convert into the Newton. It becomes 45 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. So diameter, it is given as 20 mm. From that we got the area as 314.1 mm square, and the length, it is given as 500 mm. So let us consider the Young's modulus of the material. We will assume that it is made up of steel. So for the steel, the Young's modulus is 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. Let us substitute all these things in the change in the length. Delta L is equal to, force is 45 10 raised to 3 into length is 500 divided by area 314.1. So Young's modulus is 2 into 10 raised to 5. So answer is 0.358. The unit of the change in the length is mm. So answer is 0.358. So applied load is a tensile, so there will be an elongation or increase in the length. So let us take the second problem. Second problem also, I will write down the datas. Force is equal to 30 kilonewton. So 30 I convert into kilonewton to Newton. It is 10 raised to 3 Newton. So diameter, it is a hollow. Internal diameter is given as 20. External diameter is given as 25 mm. And then the length is given as 500. And then area, from these two, inner and outer diameter, we got the value of area as 176.62 mm square. So force, area, and Young's modulus, we will assume that it is made up of steel, and then the Young's modulus will be 2 into 10 raised to 5. The change in the length, delta L is equal to, once again the formula is FL by AE. This is equal to force 30 10 raised to 3 into length is 500 divided by the area, it is 176.62. The Young's modulus as it is 2 into 10 raised to 5. So answer is 0.4246 mm. It is for the hollow cross section bar. So one thing is, always remember that we have the different unit for the Young's modulus. Sometime in the problem it given as Newton per mm square. So Young's modulus can be given in terms of Newton per mm square, or sometime it is given as MPa, or sometime it is given as GPa. So no doubt, whenever it is given in terms of Newton per mm square, we are not going to change any units. But when the unit, if it changes to MPa or GPa, there will be some tricky in that. So I will tell you how to get the unit of MPa as well as GPa in terms of Newton per mm square. Let us take when it is given as Young's modulus, if it is given as 2 into 10 raised to 5 MPa. If it is given as MPa, then so how to convert that into Newton per mm square? 1 MPa is equal to so I will convert that. So MPa is megapascal, so convert into 1 10 raised to 6 Newton per meter square. Pascal is Newton per meter square. So only thing is you have to convert that meter square into mm square. So I will substitute 1 meter is equal to 10 raised to 3 mm. Then I will substitute here 10 raised to 6 Newton divided by 10 raised to 3 mm whole square. So that become 10 raised to 6 Newton divided by 3 into 2, 10 raised to 6 mm square. So 10 raised to 6 get cancelled. So finally we have 1 MPa. 1 MPa is equal to 1 Newton per mm square. Just remember that. Always if it is given the unit of Young's modulus as MPa, 1 MPa is equal to 1 Newton per mm square. That's it. Okay, if it is given like this, it is no change, 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. If it is given in terms of GPa, so GPa, if it is given as Young's modulus is equal to 200 GPa. So first you used to convert this GPa into MPa, because definitely 1 MPa will be equal to Newton per mm square. So how to convert this GPa into MPa? Just multiply that with 10 raised to 3. 10 raised to 3 MPa GPa. So multiply that with 200. So finally we have, it is 200 into 10 raised to 3 MPa. Instead of MPa I will write here as Newton per mm square. So finally it is E is equal to 200 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square. That's it.